Okay, now I've added eyeshadow to both eyes, and I use this angle brush. Now the last step to this smoky eye look is concealer. Now when you put black eyeshadow on, you get a lot of fall down. What I like to do is I just brush it away, you know, and then I put a little bit of concealer under my eye, because that's just going to help brighten your eye up a little bit. And the concealer I'm using today is MAC Pro Longwear. I'm using NC37. And again, I'm just putting it on with my finger, patting it in the areas I think really need the most work, the most coverage. Patting that in there. And the reason why I'm using MAC Pro Longwear is because, for one, this is performance makeup, and you guys will sweat. And I find that Pro Long makeup really does what it's advertised as doing, which it lasts about 18 hours on the face. I think that was how it was advertised. So I just took this brush. This is the MAC 190 brush. It's a foundation brush, but I like to use it for concealer under my eyes. And then I'll put a little bit of powder underneath it to just sort of set it. And what I'm using right now is just Studio Fix powder. And I'm just patting it right on top. The reason why I put powder on top is because it sets the makeup. Same with, you know, doing foundation, doing any sort of liquid makeup. By putting powder on top, it helps it last a little longer. Now I'm going to do my mascara. Now I've already curled my lashes, and I'm going to add some waterproof mascara. Waterproof mascara is essential, especially if you're performing in a big stadium in the hot summer heat. You're going to need any sort of waterproof. Alright, now I've already finished adding the mascara. I used waterproof mascara, and I put some on the top lashes and a little bit on the bottom as well for dramatic effect. I've also added a little bit of a bronzer, since I'm quite pale, considering you guys are going to be in drum corps and you're going to be in the sun all day. But I took the liberty of adding a little bronzer on my face just to shape it up a little bit, and I put a little bit of blush as well. The next thing that I'm going to start doing is the face makeup for the Boston Crusaders Colorgaurd. What I use, you're going to need a piece of tape, or a piece of paper. What I'm using is a Post-it, and the reason why I love the Post-it is that when you go to place it on your face, it just sticks, as opposed to having to hold it and having uneven areas. So I'm going to use a Post-it, and the eyeshadow that I'll be using is Crystal Avalanche from MAC. Now mine's pretty used up, but we're going to use the rest of it for now. So what the makeup consists of, you've seen, it's got about 4 or 5 lines here. So I'm going to start with the top part. I'm kind of just going to line it up with where you see the corner of my eye. I'm lining it up there to there, above my eyebrow. That'll be where the first line is. So make sure that it's nice and pressed down. And if you don't have a Post-it, you can use a piece of paper. And I'm using this brush. It's small. It's a really, really small blush brush, or you can use any sort of tight brush. It's really going to deposit a great amount of color. Alright, so what I'm going to do, grab a bunch of color, and I'm just going to start brushing it in like that. Make sure there's a lot of heavy color at the bottom, and then just sort of fade it out a little bit. Okay, now that that's there, you're going to lift off the paper, and you see you have a perfect line. I'm going to do it again. Right here, sort of in the same line of where the bottom of my eye goes. So there, the corner of my eye. Stick that on, add a little more powder, and then just sort of start patting it in. Making sure not to ruin the makeup you already have there, but sort of just adding to it. So I'm just going to pat that in there. And take that off. See? Now we're just going to do that again, a little bit above the cheek. Now when you get to the cheek, you want to do it right on top of your cheekbone, and you don't want to go too far in. You want to sort of stop like where your eye begins, and then just sort of, you know, blend that out.
I want you to take her under your wing, tutor her,
you see?
and give Carissa.
So you have a nice, beautiful, just even lines. And then we're going to add just one more.
And we did. I want to see if you can help her make this team. I'll be more than happy. She's a hard worker.
And this is why I like to do the bronzer and blush before, because since it's darkening your skin, the darker your skin is, the more vibrant the white is going to look on your skin. So you see we have 4 lines there, and then the fun part is getting it even with the other side, which is why it's important to know the points of contact where your paper is. So again, I'm going to do it on the other side, lighting up with my eye, right here, the corner of my eye, my eyebrow, try to make that nice and even. Get a little more, and then just pat that in.
And I think she's like so ready and so hungry to learn.
Okay. Whoops, cut that a little bit on me. It's fine. Now again, bottom of my eye and up, making sure that's nice and even. And pat that in. Yeah. Now the other point of contact is right on my cheekbone, right on top.
I definitely fell way below
Alright.
my own bar. I got discouraged, and even though I was telling myself, keep pushing.
And like I said, stop adding color right here in your cheek. Don't go all the way down. Stop right where your eye begins. Okay. Right. And then the last one right underneath your cheekbone. Try to match that up. And you guys are going to get all tan and cute and skinny, so this is going to look really good against dark skin. Alright, and there it is. So now all we're missing, which I don't have, are the rhinestones to put on the lines. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of fabric paint, which is safe for the face. Once it dries, you just peel it off. So I'm going to put that on next to show you where the rhinestones would go. Or, depending what changes get made, you could even use the fabric paint. Okay, now what I'm going to put is, this is just regular fabric paint. It's safe for the face. If you have sensitive skin and you get a reaction, obviously don't use it. But I've been using it for years and it's worked out just fine. Just be careful when it's around your eye. So I'm just going to put, this is a white fabric paint, and I'm just going to put it right where the rhinestones would go. So I'm going to put just little dots, 1, 2, up there, 1, 2. Make sure it lines up as well. Here I want to put 3, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now this one we're going to put 4 since it's a little bit longer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Now the last one we'll put 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, there you go. Simple enough. It's just white fabric paint. This is not what you're doing. Where the white fabric paint is just where you would put the rhinestones that you would get later in the season. So, all that's left of our makeup is the ruby lips. So what I'm gonna use now is burgundy lip liner from MAC. And this beautiful, beautiful ruby color I found, that's a pretty cheap price. It's Maybelline 14-hour lipstick, and it's in Timeless Crimson. So I'm going to start off with a lip liner. Lip liner is important because it really outlines your lips and creates that precise application. So I start right at my Cupid's bow. Alright, now that I have my liner done, I'm going to put the lipstick. Alright, there you go. And this is your completed 2012 Boston Crusaders makeup. So if you have any questions, just leave comments down below. And thanks for watching.